Welcome back to the film room. Today we are going to talk about Channing Tindall, one of the three great Georgia linebackers. He's a guy that I've been a big fan of ever since I saw like the first snap of him. Just you can see on this play, just the way he moves is it just doesn't look like many other players, and I think he's so much fun to watch. And today we're going to look at his games against Arkansas and Kentucky in 2021. We have quite a few plays here, and I think he's a really interesting prospect. So let me know what you guys think of him. Any Georgia fans or any fans of the Dolphins who are excited to have him on their team. Also, before we get into it, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts down below. All that would greatly appreciate the support. And without any further ado, though, let's get into the tape. Okay, so here is our first play. There's Tindall right there with the arrow kind of on top of his head. And this is the first snap of the game for him. So we're going to see what he can do just in this angle, and then we'll dive into it a bit deeper from the second one. You're going to see it's in run defense. He's going to get all the way to the edge. You can see the speed, the acceleration, pursuit that he has. And he's not going to end up wrapping up on this tackle, but he's going to end up pretty much forcing him out of bounds, and he might as well have made the tackle. Again, I would love to see him wrap up the ankles here. This is Treylon Smith, and if you didn't know, I'm an Arkansas fan, so it was kind of rough seeing Georgia destroy us like this, but I have no beef with Georgia in all honesty, and this team was so much fun to watch. So there's Treylon Smith. There's Channing Tindall right here. Recognizes where this is going and just gets to the sideline and stays, at this same pace with a very small, quick runner. I mean, Treylon Smith isn't small by any means, but he's quick, and he's a running back. Usually are going to be faster than linebackers, but Tindall will take a face mask right to the face, but going to end up pretty much forcing him out of bounds. But I loved this effort and this ability just in pursuit, as I think it's definitely going to translate, and you can see this in clips from him all over. Now here is our next one. It's going to be another example of good pursuit. He's not really going to be making a solo tackle here, but we're going to see just him making, a good thump here on Treylon Burks to kind of finish this tackle and knock the whole pile over. And you can see the power that he has, and just, again, the range and the pursuit and all of that. Just like this rep, not a super impressive one compared to other things that he can do, but I just, Treylon Burks is a hard guy to tackle. I don't know who 29 is. I don't believe that's Lewis Cine. I don't think so. I think Lewis Cine is 16, or maybe he's 36. He might be 36. But either way, I mean, this guy's having a bit of trouble tackling Treylon Burks. This guy is coming in right here, but Channing Tindall is just going to knock this whole pile over and, knock over Treylon Burks, who is a very impressive guy to tackle. Now here's our next one, where he's just going to play the run very well. He's going to stay home, not overcommit by any of the flashy things that are going on with Burks in the backfield, with KJ Jefferson. He's just going to be there ready to tackle Dominique Robinson, who's another really good running back. This Arkansas running back room was ridiculous this year. All the guys are still kind of developing, but Treylon Smith, who was 22, we saw earlier, really good. Dominique Robinson, really good power runner, good receiver. Then they also had two incredible freshmen in Rocket Sanders and AJ Green. I know another AJ Green. But, I mean, this running back room was really impressive, so all these guys are going to be pretty fresh when they're getting snaps. So, impressive job here by Tindall, who's kind of right there under the goalpost. And we'll watch this in a little bit of slow-mo. And I just like, you can just see his eyes. Just, he's following Burks a little bit. He's making sure this isn't a read option, because if it's a read option, boom, he's got to be outside. He's got 96 right here, who's in pretty good position, who's beat Ricky Stromberg right there, the center. But immediately recognizes as soon as Robinson gets the ball, boom, he's in the gap, and he's there making the tackle with a little bit of help from this other guy right here. Now, here's our next one. It's going to be just another great display of sideline to sideline range that is, I think, his biggest draw, which is usually something displayed in smaller guys like a Nakobe Dean or like a Brian Asamoah, the Oklahoma linebacker. Sideline to sideline guys, usually when you're talking about that, it's going to be a smaller guy who is going to be kind of a liability when a guy gets his hands on him. But Tindall is big, is physical, and he has this crazy speed because he went to Georgia, and we know the kind of athletes they bring in. But let's look at this example. And here's going to be going against Rocket Sanders. And this is just a great recognition. You're going to see him just fly over this other angle, as we're going to see in the end zone cam, is very impressive. So they're running some speed option here. And KJ Jefferson is, if you don't know him already, know him. He is a dynamic threat. I've seen comparisons to he plays like Cam Newton. He isn't on Cam Newton's level, at least not yet. But as a runner, he's super physical. He's tough to tackle. And you can see this guy right here is going to do a great job taking him away. So Tindall, who's getting off of the block from this tackle and just kind of flies right by him, gets kind of pushed in the back. This tackle, I didn't think was very good for us this year. But, still impressive to get by this tackle. And he's recognizing all the way through. This is pretty much a one-on-one between him and Sanders. You've got help from the safety here, which might be seen, I'm not sure. But he's just going to get out there the fastest, lay the hit with help from this safety. And this is just another great example of run defense. We're going to go back and watch this in full speed, but just he saw this the whole way through, and he just had the acceleration and the pursuit to bring him down. So you got the combination of the mind and the physical tools to be a great linebacker. Now, here is our next one. This is going to be him. He's going to creep down to this edge and just duck inside well for a tackle for loss here on Myron Cunningham, the left tackle. Just good play. Nothing, too crazy, as they just the offensive line just didn't really do their job, but he's the reason they didn't do their job. As they're counting right here for this guy. I think that might be Trayvon Walker. I think it is. And actually, I'm not sure, but he's going to duck inside here on this little stunt, and he has the speed and explosiveness to get around the edge. He's in the backfield with AJ Green, and this is an easy ankle tackle for him, and the defensive line obviously going to help too. Now here's our next one. He's going to come down on a blitz here. They're going to just blitz him up the A gap, and he's going to just come in with all this speed. And Nakobe Dean is actually going to make an even better play and get this sack. But Tindall is right there, and this is going to be a great rep. As you're just going to see just the way his stride moving, he just drills that running back. That's AJ Green again, just not having a great day against Tindall or the Georgia defense. It was really, I think Arkansas, we got shut out in this one, but I love to see this. You can see Nakobe Dean, also who's another just great player, making some call-outs here. And look at the way I want to, we're talking about Tindall, but Nakobe Dean getting around Stromberg here. Who was ready for him? Stromberg is thinking about Tindall maybe, but he sees Dean right here. Dean is, a couple steps off, and Dean is just going to duck right around him with just incredible speed and just destroy him and just bend around for this sack. This is an incredible play by Nakobe Dean, but also just love Tindall here, just bullying this running back. And if Dean doesn't kill him like this, I think Tindall has a sack as well. Now here's our last play from this game. We have a few from Kentucky as well, but he's just going to do a great job in coverage. This is where Arkansas is losing so badly. Malik Hornsby, the backup, comes in. He is an electric runner. He's got to develop as a passer, but as a runner, he has some Lamar Jackson comparisons. You'll see he's not going to have a great time on this play, but he's electric. He should have, you're going to see he wants to throw this ball right here, and he honestly probably might want to take this. I don't know. This is pretty good coverage, but he's going to pump fake and then run around. He's going to lose the ball back here, but there's Tindall all the way over here. He'd played good coverage, and then he just runs all the way around, and then he's going to tackle Hornsby here. We're going to see it from a better point of view of Tindall here. So there he is playing Mike, I think, in this scenario, or actually he's going to slide over. And you're just going to see he's, covering the middle of the field. He's playing zone out wide all the way over here. Oh, he's going to chase Hornsby, fumble. Oh, and then the way he's still able to run so fast while bending this run, I think is very impressive, to kind of go like in a parabola almost and keep all of his speed and then be able to tackle one of probably the fastest player on Arkansas. Was just an incredible play and just great pursuit that he just displayed this whole game. Now here we are in the Kentucky game. Here is Tindall just gonna make a great tackle on the first snap of the game again. I think that's something I saw in both games, so I thought that was pretty impressive. And he's just gonna recognize this well, get to the second level. He kind of gets drawn in a bit, maybe, but this is the best play I think he can make from this position, as there was really no play in the backfield, and I thought this was a good rep. Now here we are with the second one, and he's just going to nearly get to the quarterback as he's going to bull rush this guard, I believe, or maybe the tackle. This might have been Darian Kennard, I'm not sure, but Levis is going to end up escaping, but we'll see it from this angle. And it might have been the tight end, but just going to throw this guy to the side, just knock him away, and get straight into Levis's face. This is a great play from Levis, just evading both the pressure from Devontae Wyatt over here and Tindall from right there. But still, I liked this pressure. just very impressive example of power. And then here we're going to see him just position himself really well and duck around some blocks to make a good tackle. And just he stays patient and then gets in there for the tackle. Something that he did a lot. You know, we're not looking at every play, every tackle from him. There was a few that we just had to cut out for this video. But I love this patience that he has and then just explodes when he needs to. Some guys do not have the athleticism to be able to be patient. They've got to guess immediately because they don't have enough time to make up some ground. But because of his athleticism, he can be a little bit more patient and wait till the play is fully developed so he can make a great commitment and not really have any wrong reads a lot of the time. Obviously, occasionally he does, but this is a great rep too. Now we're looking at our last one, as this is going to be just a great play in coverage. There's a similar one in our Leo Chanel video of him. He's going to drop back in zone. He's going to recognize this vertical and then flip his hips, get upfield, and cover this well. The ball is really never going that direction, as you'll be able to see from this other angle, but I still liked, that he is able to do that in coverage. He's good in coverage. I like the way he moves in coverage. And then he recognizes this. You can see his eyes, boom, flips his hips, and runs upfield. And, if it was going that way, it probably would have been an incompletion. But that is going to wrap it up for today. That is Channing Tindall against Arkansas and Kentucky. I'm a big fan of him. He's been one of my favorite players to watch in this whole draft cycle. David Ojabo is probably my favorite. Maybe Olave was my number 2, but Tindall is probably my 3, maybe 4 if I'm forgetting somebody. But he's a great player, and the Dolphins got incredible value getting him, I think, in the triple digits. I think in the early hundreds. So I love Channing Tindall. I hope you do too. Georgia fans, if you're out there, let me know what you thought of him and how he, played compared to the other linebackers and other defenders on that just historic defense. Dolphins fans, let me know what you think he's going to do for you guys. I know you have Jerome Baker and Raekwon McMillan still, I believe, but how he fits into that, I think he's going to be really good, and I project him to be a solid starter from probably day one. At least he's going to rotate in. He's going to play good no matter how many minutes he gets. And I loved watching him. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.